Hello everybody, welcome to What Can We Do Next? Now, for this video, we'll be covering the Flare P chain, the Flare platform chain. So essentially, this platform chain, what I'm referring to, is important for staking your Flare. Now, when I refer to staking, what is that? Staking is essentially locking up a asset for a prolonged period of time to generate yield on it. What's the benefit of that? Passive income. Who doesn't like passive income? Now, as for Flare, they have this P Chain Explorer, which basically lists all of the validators and their respected fees and more details as well, which we'll be covering in just a second. But so, have you ever? Let's read this. So, have you recently staked your Flare on the Flare P Chain and find yourself uncertain about the success or a transaction, or even puzzled about what the P Chain is? P Chain is short for platform chain, and it facilitates Flare staking. For those staking their Flare, Flare Space offers a simple way to monitor their staked funds. Explore the Flare network's P Chain effortlessly through our user-friendly tool. So it offers up-to-date data, letting you know what's going on in real time. It shows a sense of security and control to all users staking on the Flare network, and it offers the simplest way to monitor transactions on the P chain. You get real-time block listings, which basically are transactions being uploaded to the network. A block, it contains all the transactions in a given time period until the block is full, and then there's a new block added to the network. For example, you see all these blocks being added here. We have the address monitoring, so you can dive into individual addresses and track balances and track transactions in real time. You also get transaction details and more. So let's actually look at the P-Chain Explorer. Like, what is this? Flare P-Chain Explorer. As we can already see, there is 11,740 addresses. There is already 1,190,281 blocks been uploaded to Flare. We have also 830,330 transactions already occurring. Well, not 830, 331. But yeah, so as we can see, this block shows just some transaction data and the blocks being uploaded to the Flare network. So it's just some cool details here. We also have the validators that we can view. So you may be asking, what is a validator? Well, we are going to look into what a validator is within the resources itself. So we will be looking at, let's see here. On the Flare website, you can find all of this information yourself, but as we're just going along together, we will find it together. So, on the Flare network, oh, they have changed this website. Let's go to a new one. So, 101, what is staking? Which is also going to talk about what validators are. So, unlike traditional proof of stake networks, think of Ethereum, Flare is unique because Flare network validators are responsible for both network validation and decentralized data provision through Flare's enshrined oracles. What this means is Flare. What this means is Flare staking not only secures the network, but it also supports the delivery of decentralized, trustless data feeds, reinforcing Flare's role as the blockchain for data. Staking involves locking crypto assets in a proof of stake blockchain protocol to support network operations like validating transactions and securing the network. In return, staking participants receive token rewards proportional to their staked amount and the validator's performance. Interesting. Other network validators are responsible for decentralized data provision, and we also have self bonding. So validator owners can stake Flare to their own node. Delegation: Flare holders who do not run the node can delegate their stake to a validator. So when a Flare holder stakes to the Flare validator, they can choose how much Flare to delegate and for how long their stake will be locked. The minimum stake that can be delegated is 50k Flare, and the shortest staking period permitted is 14 days. So please note, staking to a validator is different from the Flare time series Oracle delegation. Validator delegation secures the network and supports Flare's consensus model, while FTSO delegation contributes to decentralized data provisioning by increasing the voting power of the Flare time series Oracle providers. So, when a user stakes Flare, they actively contribute to supporting the Flare's blockchain. You have network security. Unlocking Flare with a validator, stakers can help secure Flare's proof of stake consensus mechanism, making it more difficult for malicious actors to compromise the network. Support Flare's data protocols. As Flare validators play a dual role that includes supporting Flare's enshrined oracles, validators provide trustless, decentralized feeds to the network. By staking Flare, participants indirectly support the availability of real-time accurate data used by dApps and smart contracts on Flare. So, something stuck out to me here. What are decentralized data feeds? Well, essentially, whenever you see the price of a particular asset or something, that's a data feed. So, with the data feeds being decentralized, that means there's no one controlling how the price or how the chart looks. So, all the data we see is from on chain activity. So, the validators basically determine that. So, let's go back to the P chain now. So, oops, didn't mean to go there. So the P chain validators, you can see there's 112, there's 5,350 delegators. There's a total of 9.7 million Flare staked. Reward cap, there's 453 million, 453.7 million Flare being rewarded. And the current epoch is 303, which is basically a period of time. So we can see the number one staker right now, validator right now, is 4Dad's Flare time series Oracle with 34 million Flare staked. Basically 35 million. Free space, they have a lot of free space for Flare right there. Remaining days left, there's 174. There's a 20% fee. And let's see what that fee is. So whenever you see that fee, there is a fee that the validator may charge for either withdrawing early or let's see. We are checking some things out here. So this fee here is just referring to the amount of rewards that are being generated, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. Hmm. We're gonna check Reddit out, see what these people have said. We're gonna look particularly for fees. So best we can do is choose a validator that has low high fees, uptime, and track our own staking rewards to find the best reward rate. So basically, the fees are it's a percentage taken from your rewards. So yeah, that took me too long to figure that out, but yeah. So as we can see, that yeah, there's pretty low fees for some of these validators, with the lowest one being um, Sundara, which is where I staked to originally. And yeah, I mean, this is the Flare P chain, and this is pretty cool. So yeah, thanks guys. We're gonna explore more soon, and let's call it here.